Good afternoon, students. Class 7 Maths. The topic is angles made by the transversal. This is lesson 6. Okay, children. Now, this I am going to explain you here. Now, look here, children. AB and CD are the two lines which do not meet. And EF is the transversal. So, it is a line which passes through AB and CD and it intersects AB at point X and CD at point Y. So, X and Y I have written here. I repeat, AB and CD are the two lines that do not meet. That means they are parallel lines, but we have to prove also why they are parallel lines. Okay. And EF is the transversal. That means a line which passes through AB and CD and which intersect AB at X, at point X, and CD it intersect at point Y. Now students, here we will study some terms. Exterior angles, interior angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and corresponding angles. So we will go step by step. Now children, look here, I have already marked here these angles as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, first we will start the topic of exterior angles. So exterior angles means which lie outside. Now I see here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. These are exterior angle. Exterior means something outside. So these are all the exterior angles which lie outside. Okay, interior angles. So angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. These are all interior angles. Now what are alternate interior angles? Now children, alternate interior angles means something interior but alternate. Means they do not form a linear pair. That means the sum of whose angles, when you will plus it, you will not get equals to 180 degree. So alternate angles do not form a linear pair. Remember this. Now alternate interior angle. So alternate, see, angle 3 and angle 6, they are equal. Angle 3 and angle 6 are equal. Why? Because they are alternate interior angle. Again, angle 4 is equals to angle 5 because they are also alternate interior angle. That means they lie both on the opposite side of the transversal, but they do not form a linear pair. Again, we come to alternate exterior angle. So these are the angles which are formed on the opposite side of the transversal. They are also formed on the opposite sides of the transversal and they also do not form the linear pair. Now look here children, angle 1, this is on the left hand side of the transversal, and angle 8, this is on the right hand side of the transversal. So they are also on the opposite side of the transversal, but they are outside, they are not inside. Okay, and again you see angle 2 and angle 7, they are also alternate exterior angle. Next come with the corresponding angles. So what are these corresponding angles? These corresponding angles are those angles which are formed on the same side of the transversal. They are formed on the same side of the transversal. One will be exterior and one will be interior. Now let me explain you here with the diagram. Now look at the diagram. This angle 2 is equals to angle 6. Why? They are on the same side of the transversal. You can see they are on the right hand side of the transversal. They both are on the right hand side, this side. Now, but one is exterior, this angle 2 is exterior outside and angle 6 is interior. Again, angle 4 is interior and angle 8 is exterior, but they are on the same side of the transversal. So they are also corresponding angles. Angle 4 is equals to angle 8 because they are corresponding angles. Again, come this side children, on the left hand side of the transversal. Now angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Now angle 1 is exterior, angle 5 is interior, but they are on the same side of the transversal. So these two angles are equal. Again come children, look here, angle 3 is equals to angle 7. Now this is also 3 is interior and 7 is exterior angle. So they are also on the same side of the transversal. So these two angles are also equal. Now children, you go through the reading once this page, you will understand more better, and if you will have any doubt, so don't worry, we will clear up everything in the class. Now next we will go to the topic, how can you prove that this AB and CD are parallel? That means we will study something, the properties of parallel line. So here I have already done the diagram. Now you can see there are two lines. And they are, how will you prove that these two lines are parallel? We know that parallel lines, they never meet. Okay, so there are some properties which if it is fulfilled, you can say that the two lines are parallel. Pairs of corresponding angles are equal. Now again come here. Now what are the corresponding angles? Angles which do not form a linear pair and which are on the same side of the transversal. One exterior and one interior. Now look here children. Angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Angle 1 is equals to angle 5. One exterior, one interior. Why? Corresponding. Again angle 3 is equals to angle 8. This is also corresponding angle. Again angle 2 is equals to angle 6. This is also corresponding angle. One exterior, one interior. Again angle 4 is equals to angle 7. This is also one interior, one exterior. If you see this diagram very nicely, you will understand this very well. Then again children, come here, pairs of alternate angles are equal. If the alternate angles present in the diagram, they are equal. Now children, look here, angle 3 is equals to angle 6. They are alternate angles. They lie on the opposite side of the transversal, and remember children, alternate angles never form a linear pair. Again angle 4 is equals to angle 5. They are also alternate angles. They lie on the opposite side of the transversal and they do not form a linear pair. Now again children, one more property which is very important is interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Now children, look here, just look at angle 3 and angle 5. That means what? When you will plus this angle 3 with angle 5, these two are the angles which lie on the same side. They lie on the same side, isn't it? On the right hand side. See, angle 3 and angle 5. So, if you plus it, you will get angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degree. Again, children, come to the left hand side of the transversal, this side. Now, angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degree. So, if any of your diagram fulfills these three properties, corresponding angles are equal, alternate angles are equal, and interior angles on the same side of the transversal forms a linear pair, then that means we can say that these two lines are parallel. Now children, also go through the example sums, and now in the next video we will start the exercise, that is exercise 6.2. Good afternoon children, class 7 maths, exercise 6.2. Now, first question, if the lines A and B are parallel, then find the value of x in the given figure. So, here we see the diagram. The line A is parallel to B and C and D are the transversal which intersect line A and B. So, when I say parallel lines, children, you can understand the properties which I have explained you in the previous video. Okay, now let us start. Given. What is given first? We will write here. A is parallel to B and this 67 degree is already given to you in the question. Angle RQP is equals to 67 degree. So this is already given in the question. So whatever is given I have written. You have to find the value of x. That means you are asked to find the value of this angle. Now we will start. Now, when we are told that A and B are parallel lines, so we remember some properties about the corresponding angles, alternate angles and the interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Now, suppose A is now parallel to B and C is the transversal which intersect A and B at point Q and P. So, now you see this angle is 67 degree. So, this angle is equals to this angle. Why? With the property interior angle on the same side of the transversal. So I have written angle RQP plus angle QPS is equals to 180 degree. And what is the reason? Since interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Now this angle is already given here, plus angle QPS. So plus angle QPS. So now if this is given, we can find out this with the help of this property. So angle QPS is equals to 180 degree minus the given angle, and you will get here is 113 degree. Now since these are parallel lines, so I can say that this angle is equals to this angle S. Angle P is equals to angle S. Now why? Why so? One is interior angle, one is exterior angle, and it lie on the same side of the transversal. So these are the corresponding angles. So in this way, angle S is equals to 113 degree. Now if this angle is equals to 113 degree, so then I can say that angle X is also equals to 113 degree. Why? With the property vertically opposite angles. So if you remember this, I have explained this also. Vertically opposite angles are those angles which they have a common vertex but they don't have a common arm. So this angle is equals to angle X degree, that is equals to 113 degree. Now we will proceed to sum number 2. Okay, now number 2. If the lines L and M parallel, then find X and all other angles in the figure. Okay. Now come here with the diagram. So this L is parallel to M. This line L is parallel to M, and we see here there is one transversal which intersect this line and this line at these points. Now here this angle is given 80 degree and this angle is given X plus 20 degree. What is the value of this X? This we will have to find out. Now given, what is given here? L is parallel to M. To find the value of X, now solution. Now this angle is equals to this angle. Why? We remember the property since alternate angles. Why? These are the alternate angles. It lie on the opposite side of the transversal. One is on the right hand side, one is on the left hand side. So now if you have here this value, so we can find the value of X. So X plus 20 degree is equals to 80 degree. So we keep X on the left hand side is equals to 80 degree. This plus 20 will become minus 20. Now 80 minus 20, that is equals to 60. So we have found out the value of X. Now we will go to sums number 3.